What's up? Here we are. 166. What's going on, everybody? What is happening? Hear me, see me, all that good stuff. I hope. How's everybody doing? It looks different. Impromptu in the house. Kelly Klein, what's up? We'll do a little roll call here in a minute. Man, you guys, sounds like you've been busy. Flying and buying planes. Let's do it. Let's talk. Background clicks. You know what's happening. All right. If I didn't see you, pop back in. David Snyder, RC Plane Addict, Michael Sherman, EQ, Eddie K, Ethan Treat, Michael Nolan, David yourself. What up, man? Toonami, Craig Beaven, Lyndon Stewart, Dale, Mike SSI, Keith Christie, JCB, On Approach, Kelly Klein. Yeah, I know. It was windy all day. I actually filmed a crawler job I'm doing. Set looks awesome. Yeah, it's just a pile, right? Like airplane hoarders. Fry Guy. No, it's not the only planes. They're all over. Out there looks crazy. This was the best thing going for now. Lots going on over here. Lionel Randall in the house. Pops, what up? Oh, nice. Michael Sherman, how was that? Air Vexed. Man, good. I've been working this, I know some of you guys don't care, but see the turquoise early Ford Bronco from Axial? I ran it stock the other day, and then I ran it today on shorter shocks, and I changed the tires. I gained a pound down low, which is where it needed it, and I lost like I think it's 12 millimeters, whatever half an inch is, and it performed amazing. Garrett Bean Garrett, what's happening? Mike Kennedy in the house. Kelly, you ain't lying. Larry Mayfield Jr., RC Rowland. Yeah, the Broncos. Cool. It's super cool. Especially, you know, it performed way better than I. We'll talk about crawlers later. I don't want to run off a bunch of folks. But I'll be glad to talk about it later. I've been trying to document the process on that. There's a couple ways to do that. Lower the shocks. You can buy some that are shorter, like 90s. Which I did. I got the Desert Lizard internal spring ones. I'm not trying to talk about this right now, but it looks like I am. But you can do it if you just move the location where they pin to the axle without spending any money at all. You need 4 3 by 25 millimeter screws, machine screws, and you're done. What you do is you share the mounting place with the rod links where they go to the axle, which is what they do on the portal axle stuff anyway. So super cheap, you can drop it like it's hot. Fry Guy, anybody have the Avios King Twin and like it? I got mine, but I haven't put it together yet. I mean, it's been crazy over here, guys. I mean, in a good way. Ha, yeah, Mike SSI. Yeah, I mean, Bobby's got a lot going on too these days, and he's got. You guys ever had a tooth bother you real bad, and it swells you up? That's no fun. I've had that a lot, actually. I don't have that problem anymore, but yeah, that's what he's dealing with right now, which is, I know it's awful. Yeah, Michael Bear, don't worry, man. Don't worry. I mean, my love for RC has taken me to like more aspects of RC than I began with, so it's okay. I mean, if I'm in a business and we sell them, let's say hypothetically, then it's good sense all around. We'll save it though. We'll get into it later, man. Thumbs it up, says Dave. Paradox Zero. Hey, Mr. Ryan. I was at my club in the morning and they were giving away a ProTech Supercharger 700. You managed to get it for free. Gotta find an online manual. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's awesome to win stuff like that because, you know, especially when you're getting started, you hate to spend money on the equipment. You just want more like planes. EQ's got a question for the community, and I have a feeling the gimbals are going bad, bud. King Rat Pilots, everybody, got a question. My DX8E is giving me a throttle high warning after power up, but throttle is down. Are my gimbals bad? I think you nailed it, EQ. Yeah, Airvex, those are the absolute worst. Jackson RC Aviation, what up? Tim Mueller. Man, David Snyder's been cranking on the Bronco, guys. If you do Facebook, man, friend up with David Snyder, or check out the RC Pilots Lounge group, because a lot of guys share what they're doing in there. You're invited to as well. I mean, a lot of other influencers post their videos up. I mean, it's cool. And you can track progress on buddies too that maybe don't have channels, but they're always doing stuff, which I think is great. Such a vibe, says Hunter Yoakum, doing some night aerobatics. David Snyder said, check the trim EQ first. Sweet, Ethan, building a JU87. I won at a meet for 30 bucks. Very cool, bro. I saw that on Instagram or Facebook somewhere. I saw that. Francis got to fly his Timber X 1.2 last weekish ago. Ripped the air up with rates too high. It was a little squirrely. Got to learn how she likes to fly. David yourself's got a DX6 with a receiver if anyone's in need and not ready to go in X or whatnot. EQ wants to know if he can put in a DXE throttle gimbal in to replace. I do not know, but maybe someone does. Oh man, it goes so fast sometimes. Let me get back up to Ken Krause. Had an air show today in Madison. Scale airplanes. Love the B-17 and the Flying Club had their planes on static display. Fun day. Awesome. JCB in the house. I do these streams. I've done 166 of these things Saturday night at like 9-ish. But the rest of the channel is, I'd really invite you. If you like this at all, you have to check out the rest of the channel because that's what started it all. The live stream is just a way to you know, connect, which is great, but it's pretty low key most of the time. I set this up to stand up and I'm like completely sitting down. So, sorry. Let's see. Let me catch back up. MS JRC. Folks are saying talk to Horizon if you can. Call tech support. A lot of times they're going to have you fill out a form if you do that, and they'll act like they're going to charge you whatever it is an hour for bench time, but they've never charged me. And it's not like they know, you know, when I've sent in a radio, it's not like they know who it is. Looks like everybody's been busy. Squirrels, getting it, gather it up before winter, get it done. Get some of that soul food, get some flying in. Tim Mueller said he tested out the Wingnut LED controller. Something went wrong and the canopy lights stopped working. That stinks, man. Just the canopy lights, though? That's weird, right? One best plane in the room. It's like trying to pick a favorite child. It's never fair. Even if you have one, you can't say. There's so many other ones too. It's just not, it's not fair. RC Plane Addict said he slammed in a new Leopard with a Hobbywing Fly Fun into the Husky yesterday. Cannot even hold onto the thing on the bench. Ha! Is that 6S? EQ, whenever you're ready to buy an NX10, you know what to do. You can email Dave if you want, but click that dang link in the Discro, dude. Shoot. Are you, Ethan, where are you looking? On the BitGo site or Dynam site? And I don't really know the answer, by the way, unfortunately. Chucky Freebird King, boat, fly, crawl. It's all fun, absolutely. Wrights in the house. There is always a new favorite on the way. 6S Extreme Power. There's a ton of good stuff in here. It's really more of a mess than it is full of planes right now. I mean, we've been doing shows this summer, so we're out of town, in and out. And then the Alabama show's coming up, and not too awful long as well. October, you guys see it promoted as the Bigfoot Fly-In near Birmingham. And that is what, the 22nd through 24th of October. So come on. There's a handful of us going to be there, as well as, you know, a bunch of folks local to the area as well. Okay, Ethan, I see. Yeah, I don't really know the answer. Lionel Randall, do I see what people buy when using links? Yes, there's a dashboard with most of these affiliates. You can see what's being bought, not by who, but when, and you know, not by who. And you can I mean, it gives you like kind of part numbers, so you don't know unless you go look it up. But sometimes it's easy to guess. Toonami watched the RC race boat crash today when the video came out. They teasing stuff on Facebook. I'm sure it does look nice. The X-Fly stuff is amazing. I personally wish companies wouldn't tease stuff before the first two products they've announced aren't they're not on the shelves yet. You need to sell what you made, and then, you know, it's a timing thing. We've seen this for years and years. RC Plane Addict. Yeah, they actually did reissue that one under, I think, the Hobby Zone name, and put safe in it and stuff like that. A different paint scheme than the Park Zone one that everybody remembers. But if you can get a hold of the 1.2, man, that's what's up. And then if you want a 1.1, Hobby Zone's got them. Michael Bear asks what seems to be hot in terms of sales right now. I don't really study the data because it's coming all the time. I look at it sometimes, but I mean, the stuff that's available, you know, all the new stuff is always it's a lot of time it's a wait to get it. So, you know, when the new planes finally hit the shelves, you see them all over the place. I mean, a ton of 90mm Vipers, and you see Carbon Z 150s. The new stuff really always, but there's classics that are always going to be good. But when you can get a hold of the new stuff, it seems to go pretty quick. The 50mm A10 does look nice, and I cannot wait to fly it. That X-Fly stuff looks awesome. It's just not. You got to be able to get it. You got to be able to get it. So those are things that are getting worked out. And T7 went amazing, and everything they've released so far has gone gangbusters. So just got to keep up with demand. That's a great problem to have. Let's go. Thanks, Lyndon. Kick out the spammer, y'all. Nobody here knows Russian that I know of. Olsen Aviation, yeah, I've got those Dubros, but I got to get some drill bits and some, like, I know I'm going to need spacers and stuff. Somebody kick this dude out. What do you moderators, do me a favor, please. Do I have to do it, like, all the way? I can do it. I'll have to hook something else. It's not hacked, it's just spammed. That's just somebody making a bunch of comments. You got him out of here? Good. Because I'll get the other computer fired up if I need to. Sweet. Airvexed, I do not know. He says he noticed that Horizon has quite a few planes still rocking 636s. Do you anticipate that those are the models to be discontinued? I don't have any feeling on that other than supply chain, microchips, all kinds of ridiculous materials, things you wouldn't ever think there'd be a shortage of, are in demand. So I think if that's the case, you may see things that they wanted to implement as far as new tech in maybe older planes taking a back seat. So that could be it. I'm not sure. Thank you, David Snyder, very much for that. Jerry Wilfong in the house. Fry Guy wants to know if anybody got the Bison. Fry Guy, I've not seen you in here before. DMG up in here. I didn't see you. John Graham, what's up? Yeah, Dave. Hobby shops are already stocking up for the holidays, man. New receivers are being put in, says Chris Hall. Chris, have we met, bud? You in the business? Mr. Hall? Yeah, Dave, that's the way it goes, though. The surface side way outpaces the air side on sales. Online, I believe, and for sure, I know, retail. Chris Hall up in here. Do I know you, dude? It's cool. Either way. Sherman broke down about the Trojan 1.1. That thing's a fun one. It's better than it used to be. I got you, Fry Guy. Man. Y'all better learn to hunt. Yeah, Tony, it's totally what happened. CCXRC in the house. Guys, I'm still working on my big, crazy, stupid, long Horizon video. I was hoping it was done for tonight, actually, but it's not. It's gonna be, it's over an hour. It's a ton of cuts. Oh, thanks, Jack. Yeah, man, whatever questions you guys have, I may not have answers, but maybe someone does. A lot of times we've got ears on the chat too, so if we ask enough questions, it's kind of like saying Voldemort 3 times. If you ask the right question enough times, his name's not Voldemort, but he's liable to show up. It's not Beetlejuice either. Tony in the house, man. Awesome. So good to see you at Horizon Fest, man. I was looking forward to that. I mean, you know, if it's about flying, I'll stay home. But those events are all about the people. I love it. Wild Bill, what's happening? David Gastia wants to know what you guys think of the Lemon RX. My mama said if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I'll leave it to the rest of the people. Personally, not being cheeky, but I like proprietary equipment. If I'm flying Spektrum, I want Spektrum receivers. If I'm flying Futaba, I want Futaba receivers. If Lemon makes a radio, I still wouldn't do it because I'm happy with Spektrum and Futaba. But anybody answer up, you know what I mean? Gregory H, I did get a new computer. This isn't it. This one's all set up for the stream stuff. So I'm using it right now still. Yeah, right? Haha. David Snyder says stay away from him with the built-in gyros. No, of course we love it when those guys comment, man. What? Get out of here, man. These weird pop-ups. Bob says he's setting up a new jet with thrust vectoring. What is a better... Okay, hold up. Let's answer this question for Bob, guys. Bob says he's setting up a new jet with thrust vectoring. What is a better system to use? AR Smooth Flight or Bavarian Demon Cortex or Powerbox Mercury? Somebody chime in on that one. On approach. Appreciate you, man. Tony, you're all in that. You're all over that video. So the video is the Saturday. I walked through the whole event, talked to a bunch of people, folks I didn't know, YouTube personalities, and got most of the place, and then ended up at the flight line, and then I cut up the live stream to the most interesting bits, and it's fun because during the live stream when we would run into people along the way, we'd talk about things we did during the day. So I have enough material that I'm dropping in shots during, instead of seeing people stand there talking in the dark, you know, you can actually see what we're talking about because I have some of that. And what I didn't have, I borrowed. Thank you, Horizon Socials, for that. Tony Spears in the house. Scotty Story, Spektrum for Life, he says. You know what, David, yourself, I'm not sure. There's a lot happening here. I hope I can go early, but I may just be there for the days of the event. I just don't know yet. We're new owners at the business and all kinds of things happening. Oh my gosh, you just got healed up. You were on the road like right away going to another show. It looks like. We got to figure out, I got to go to one of those with you. Just straight up, not even, maybe bring a plane or two. But I love that crawling stuff, man. That Vanquish did really good. I got your run. It's going to be in the video. You got it too, though, hopefully. I know you had your setup on. Tony got second place in the monster truck race at the Horizon event. Scotty Story, that's great. George Watts answers the question for our fellow with the thrust vectoring. He says he uses a Powerbox Mercury on the EA Wraith for the vectoring. George flies a lot of awesome stuff, so I definitely would trust his recommendation. I forget who asked that question now, but the thrust vectoring question. Raymond Molina, what's happening? Noons. Tony, that was cool, man. You posted, so that the Operation 11 Charlie video that you posted to community, I believe, was that an Axial YouTube channel video, or was that yours? It was a great piece, though. I love what they're doing. Lionel Randall, nah, that's Bobby's, man. He can fly that thing upside down, too. Sweet, Tony. Are you there now? Airvex says he can't wait till the FMS planes start arriving with reflex gyros. They're awesome with 80-20 Ts. Yes, I know a gyro ain't needed, but you gotta love when the gyro is pre-programmed. Arrows now, too. Yeah, with the vector. My Rafale is on AS3X. Sweet, Tony. All right, Tim Mueller. Yeah, that's right, Olson. It's Dynam. Shadow Ops. In and out. Polyron Media, have a great show and all. Enjoy. Have a great night. Just a brief stop in for Shadow tonight. Good to see you, Eric. Thanks for coming by, dude. How's our buddy? Jetman, what's up? George Watts says he also uses the Demons. It might have, I hate that name. He says it may have the vector built into it also. Never put them on a vectored plane though, as of yet. Directly behind my head, Ken Krause, is a giant Phoenix Spitfire that Bobby's going to get dialed in all electric style. Victor, what's up? Landing a heli upside down is something I'm not sure anybody's mastered yet, Francis. Victor's working on T-45, I assume. Michael Sherman wants to know if anybody knows where to get a good deflection measuring tool. I know RC Geek uses one all the time. It's in his videos. I wonder if he puts a link in his Discro for that. I thought Motion had them. I don't think they last very long, though, from what I hear. Ed Schmidt. Nah, the big Corsair, I want to make it 8S. I believe they're back. I think they were discontinued, but I think they're back now at Tower, to be honest with you, Ken Krause. It's a big balsa bird. Oh, man. Newt's got his first thrust vector coming in. Last thing I bought before the HVAC broke and dropped $12K. Yikes, man. Yeah, this is the old Tower Hobbies one. SIG Manufacturing. They may have them at Horizon again, especially if that's where you said it came from initially. Boss, yes, the T7. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it was next week. Yeah, Jetman, the FMS Bayhawk is one of my favorite hawks for sure. A deflection tool? Yeah. I'm just so glad they put percentages, because then I'm just like, that's all I do, and then I'm done. But if I had some, when I'm nervous about a plane, I've measured, but I'm usually not nervous. I'd be totally measuring throws though on some big monster balsa plane all day, or some big money anything. The foamies, I'm so familiar with the companies, and the books are good. So it's easy to trust that stuff. P51D fan says he's late. He was looking at Jupiter and Saturn in my telescope. Cool. That's definitely better than checking out the rings around. Oh, you know what I'm going to say. BitGo in the house. What up? What's up, Bobby, man? Saturn's rings and Titan. Cool. David Snyder says he's measured his a dozen times on the OV10. BitGo Hobby says he heard some new products will be here next week. Very cool. RC Plane Addict says you got to measure the throws on the fast ones too, for sure. Yes. Oh, wow. Links in the distro. That's right. Amazon has a nice deflection tool made by Miracle. You can get to Amazon through a handful of your buddies. 56 Corvette, Jim in the house. What is up, dude? Bobby, how you feeling, man? Nice EQ, that sounds cool. Get that radio sorted. Everybody's hoping so, Bobby. George says he checks, double checks, and triple checks. Ah, Francis, I get it. TNRC says he's been missing Bobby's Sunday nights. He'll be back. Gregory H., do I have any idea on how many planes I have? And did you like the nitro planes? Like nitro planes like gas, or nitro planes like the brand? I've got neither. And no, I don't know. Brian Chambers says he knows how to make everything okay. It's a Spitfire, Ken Kraus. Nice. Gonna fly gassers tomorrow, says Jim. John Graham. Bobby can answer that, but I might be able to as well. So the question is, BitGo Bob, do you have any 50-inch Hellcat parts? Check the website and didn't see anything. I know inventory has been getting done on all the small parts and everything else. So I'm not sure if that is up yet, but transitioning to a new website is going to slow things down a little bit. But once it's live, it should be updated with real numbers. David yourself says he's coming back tomorrow night for y'all who miss Bobby. John wants to know what updated means. Yeah, new stuff. New, inventory's been done. That's shoot every product in the place. So that takes a long time to do. Bobby's been working on it. Wrights it says SIG has those deflection meters. He just checked. So guys, chime in on this one. RC Plane Addict has a question. One of his viewers has a question. Will safe work if somebody splits the ailerons into separate channels? I am not sure, but I think no. And he's asking me if that's correct. I would say it's all about, if you're programming it out of the box yourself, all you have to do is, instead of say one aileron, one flap, you just say two ailerons. You know what I mean? One flap or whatever. But if it's, let's say it's a model that comes already dialed in and programmed, like a bind and fly, I think it's a different story. You're going to have to like wipe everything out and then build it back in like you would one out of the box. So all that pre-programming you're going to lose and have to start from scratch. So it should be able to be done. It's just you're not going to do it on a bind and fly without wiping it clean and starting over is what I understand. Reitza says no. Why can't you? If you're telling it the configuration when you set it up, if it's a new one out of the package. Updated equals new website, new products, all small parts being up to date. Huh. P51D fans trying to chase it down. Fighting with his gear doors on the E-flite 1.5. Huh. Snow Valley Park says sure it will. J Huff says yes with forward programming. Yeah, I think you have to do it correctly. You know how it is with setting up one of those. They want you to have everything going in the right direction and set up and trimmed and all that stuff. Before you follow through and finish the setup. Oh goodness, man. Throw this dude out. Flightline Spitfire. No, well, that's another Spitfire, and that's a foamy one. That's not what's behind me, but that's a pretty good one. I'm probably getting rid of mine. I'm going to get rid of a lot of stuff. I need to raise capital to change my life. Mike SSI says, David Martin Graf, your Draco video was a good one. Nice camera work. Airvex says, and he knows his stuff on this, he says splitting AS3X onto two ailerons cannot be done on a bind and fly. It needs to be a new 631, 637, etc. That makes sense. Olson wants to know if anybody's flying the FMS 1450 Mustang on 5 or 6S. RC Plane Addict. You know, sometimes people are not ready for that, even if it can be done. You can almost tell by the way they ask questions or the words they use when they're asking questions, like, you know what, just why reinvent the wheel if you've got a pre-programmed bind and fly that's getting the job done. David says, I think the thrust to weight ratio of larger planes make a compelling value proposition if there's ESC versatility to handle larger power systems. Yeah, all of that and wing loading is like, what's up? Good stuff. Yeah, throw that dude out of here. If you could, please. Huh. DIY you out of here. See you later, man. Wrights says you can set it in model setup and mix both, but safe will only function on one aileron channel, no matter what you set up or mix. Yeah, where is Marshall when you need him? Yeah. I wouldn't endeavor to do it on anything that was a bind and fly. I just refuse to wipe those out. Huh. Keith Christie says he flew the 1450 on 6S, didn't make much of a difference. The prop must be stolen. Ken Kraus, are you local, man? Talk to me later. Not right this minute, but we can do. You got my number, dog. I mean, David Martin Graff, I mean, wouldn't you say Horizon has already done that? He says one of these days somebody should take the initiative to create a shared drive with rates and programming on the various planes. I mean, you can just completely get their file setups for everything they make, can't you? David says if you're using safe, you're not ready for flaperons. You're not ready for the programming. For sure. Okay. Yeah, I know, Ken. You got my number, man. We can talk. We can talk at a different time. Snow Valley Park says he set up safe with Crow on my Swift so I could do flaperons just a day ago on a 630, an AR 630 receiver. Brian Brissett, what up, dog? Oof. Whoa, man. Thanks, Jim. Thanks for the super chat, my man. Have a good time with the gassers, dude. Thanks, man. I'm going to hit the Navy. I'm going to hit the head real quick, you guys, and I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves, okay? Thanks again, 56 Corvette. If I don't see you, if you're gone when I get back. Thanks for coming by. Let's see. Boom. Yeah, the new Husky is 6S. Boss gonna fly that HSD Cessna. You've been liking that one a lot, haven't you? That's a good one. Honey Chuck, what up, dude? I see. Brian Chambers, you know what's up. Whoa, Brissett got 50 minutes on a Crescendo flight on a 1004S. Your mom is. Mickey B, what's happening? Man, I saw you wearing a hero suit on Facebook. That's what we used to call those, man. At Oshkosh, all the pilots would call those flight suits hero suits. Yikes, boss. Meet Servo. Thanks, man. Reckham Roy is tuning up a used Carbon Z Cessna 150. I'm hoping to fly tomorrow, man. What's up, Kenny? Jeff Adams wants to know what you guys think of the new Bison. Changed the shaft and the prop. Vibration went away. Nice. Anybody got an answer for Jeff? Had your Top Gun moment in an L39, Mickey B. That's fantastic. Michael Bear says he's rolling solo, hanging out with the dog and the RCs. What am I going to fly tomorrow? Man, I don't know. It kind of depends how Bobby's doing. If Bobby's doing okay, we're working. If not, then I'll just grab something, for me, or that I think I can maybe get something done with on my own. You and your partner both got HSD Cessna. Very cool. Chris Hall, any flying in Muncie tomorrow? I don't know. I won't be there, but I tell you what, that field, a lot of times if there's not events going on, there's not a soul out there. It's crazy. Victor says he thinks the Bison's looking good. I haven't really checked it out. Platano Mikey KLK says thanks for recommending the Arrows Marlin as an entry-level jet. Flies wonderfully. Yeah, that's a great choice. 4S, got flaps. Nice. I'm glad it's working out for you. Honeychuck says a gas yak 54 day tomorrow. I like it. My dad asked Chris if he's in Muncie. A little bit, RC Plane Addict. Vaguely. The leading edge flaps, slats on that thing, foam. Ken says, my wife said if I get one more airplane, he says my ex regrets saying that. Dana's RC says HSD 182 better than the Bison by the 182. I mean, they're pretty different. Tower has an awesome landing gear upgrade for the Marlin. Check it out, says Snow Valley Park. Man, post it up. RC Pilots Lounge Facebook group, man. If you don't do Facebook, that's cool, I get it. If you do Instagram, that's awesome. Facebook owns it anyway. But if you go to pilotridemedia.com, all my socials are across the top. I would invite you to, if you do Facebook or Instagram, check me out. Because it's the Facebook, it's a group, and there's a ton of folks that post up awesome stuff all the time. And I post too. 30 minutes away from Muncie, says Chris Hall. Airvex says, thinks that the bison would be interesting. Can't wait to experiment with the front slats. Thinks it's pricey, but good at the introductory price, I suppose. AMA members definitely can fly in Muncie, boss. You're all a member of that club if you're paying dues. That's how I look at it, and I believe that's how it is as well. That's right, George. Even if there's events going on, there's liable to be some field opened up. Check the calendar out and see what's happening. Because you can bring planes that are suited to the fields that are available, right? If there's, let's say only the grass field is open, then you can bring some stall stuff or whatever. Been digging the, I know it's been out for a while, but the Carbon Z Cubs, fantastic. I can't wait to get the, it takes me so long to get stuff done sometimes, dudes. Switching, yeah, it's I'm looking forward to get through the next couple months so I can get into the newer routine. So excited, you all have no idea. Air Marshal, what's happening, man? I about called you 10 minutes till the show, see what you were doing. Dad says to Chris, I look at the AMA page looking for events. It's a big place. Most events don't near fill it to where you couldn't fly. That's true. And summer's kind of getting, winding down. Any Carbon Z, anything is awesome. David Snyder, I agree. And that's how I feel about the HSD stuff. I've said it to Bobby a bunch of times whenever I'm flying the big stuff they have. It's like, it feels like a Carbon Z thing. It's a big, awesome, foamy, presents super good. Is Muncie the next show? The next show is in Alabama, October 22nd through the 24th. And it's going to be a good time. Air Marshal's going to be there. Jeff in Lower Alabama. Let's see. BitGo Bobby, and myself more than likely. Who am I missing? David, yourself, did I say that? Mafia's going, I think, right? Chris Hall says he's usually at Site 3 flying his EDFs through all the 3D stuff. Man, you must not like your EDS very much. I'd be afraid. Night Walker. RC Pilots Lounge is the name of that Facebook group. There's just a couple simple questions. It doesn't even matter if you get them wrong. As long as you answer something airplane, I'll know it's cool. If folks don't answer the questions, I mean, come on. But one's true and false, and the other one's just simply asking what the last thing is you flew. It doesn't matter if you don't have an answer. If you take the time to answer the question any kind of way, I'll let you in. If you're still alive, he says he will be. Nice. Hopefully everything's okay where you are, or that's not in question. I guess I feel the same way about every day. I'll show up. Scott Settle in the house? Or not? Looks like somebody's saying hey to him. Yeah, David. Michael Bear, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. Things can't happen fast enough. Things move fast. Things that I didn't want to move fast, move fast. But now, you know, everything's really moving on the same kind of trajectory it started off at. But the owners of my current job turned it over super fast. There's 1 week left, and then it's new owners, and so that's a change for all of us that work there to get me through. Oh no, did I lose it? Ha. John Graham wants to know if anybody knows if Horizon is going to bring back the Carbon Z T28. Let's see. You know what? I kind of heard it might, but I don't think it's going to be what you. I don't think it's going to be the way you want it. It just going to be. I can't. You know. I know what everybody wants to happen to that thing, and I'm not sure it is if it comes. Week after next is not in the fall. That's Bobby Spitfire behind me. A big, I don't even know. What is that wingspan? Like 80 inches or something. Yeah. Yeah, David Snyder. People want to see the people want to see like suspension retracts on that thing. Is what's going on. Mickey B wants to know how's the Bronco build coming along, David Snyder. Yeah, Ken Bird. I mean, they're great. Like, they're great, but it's just there's always new things to learn, new protocols, things like that, and you know, being a short timer, that's tougher than when you are just gonna be there for indefinite. So it's the motivation's different, but it's okay. It's gonna be great. You choose what the outcome is with the mindset you step into it with. So if you're going to win, you're going to win regardless, even if it's a loss. Even if it's a loss or it's bumpier than you think it's going to be. There's no option than to succeed, you know, get by, get along. What is succeeding for you? You know, that's what you have to ask yourself. I know what it is for me. Yeah, RC Plane Addict. That's a P61. It's a Dynam plane. Bobby's got videos of it on the Big Go Hobby YouTube channel. You guys should check out that channel. And I've got videos of it as well on this channel right here. We had fun with it. It flies really light. You know, nice, affordable 1.5 meter 4S powered twin engine Warbird. It's not bad. I mean, it's you might have to model a little bit, but if you're up for that, then you're good. Nice. Let me see. Let me let you in for real. If you just joined the Facebook group, let me check it out, because I have to let you in. Awesome. There's 2 right now, and then 3 more that, yeah, I got you. I see you guys. And then some guys that didn't answer the questions. So David Snyder's answering Mickey. I had to make a few adjustments, but it's coming. This is in regards to the OV10 Bronco from Hangar 9, which is huge and awesome. I'm working on the fuselage now, waiting for the AR box to get here from Australia. Man, I cannot... It's taken me forever, guys, and I apologize, but the Horizon Fest video, I've got flights of some really cool flights. The OV10, that big Yak 11, I mean, just crazy stuff. How's this person keep coming back, man? Get out of here. Can't they be like blocked forever, man? What a loser. See, I'm not signed in through this app. Hangar 51's camping at the field tonight. Waiting on chat to catch up. Throw that dude out forever. I'll get my other computer out. I'm afraid it's gonna mess with me though. We had a flicker once already. But we have plenty of Swiffers, so whatever it is, we'll be okay. Dude, come on. You may have to model. The polite way of saying it's a pain to put together. LOL. Yeah. The chat stopped on here, but I have it on the phone. Oh wait, maybe I can just completely annihilate this dude right here. You guys already timed him out, so I can't do anything. Yeah, I think eventually it may have to be, I mean eventually, no time soon, but we might go members only, not only fans, that's not what I mean. Yeah, I have to look at this for the comments now. Noons, you out of here, see you later, man. Later, Betty. I just saw that you said goodbye. Mafia zapped him. Thanks, dude. Yeah, man, that's like 3 times tonight, the same old garbage. I can't believe it screwed up my chat on the big screen here. That's awful. Should I do this? RC Plane Addict says, sounds like fun. I think this is in regards to the P-61. These planes that snap together in 30 minutes or less is just not enough these days. Well, man, you found your cup of tea then. If you like modeling, don't take my word for it. Read the book yourself. If you get a book. So, if anybody was waiting on those Ernst Ultimate Hobby stands, they are in the property. They're here. I've been using them. They're great for boats, and they're great for surface stuff. They're kind of expensive, but I mean, everything is. I mean, it's not that far off of their airplane stuff too. So, man, what is seriously? This is a total drag. That I have to look here. David Martin Graff says, hit the like button when you can. Yeah, it's funny. I don't even. I appreciate it, but I don't worry about it on the chats at all. I usually unlist them. But man, the regular flight videos and whatever small amount of tutorials and things I've done, or installs. Man, show that stuff to love. The stream, I don't want, they're too long for me to think putting it out there publicly they're gonna get the watch time it needs to tell YouTube that this is worth putting out there. So yeah, give it a like and all that stuff. Okay, cool. Let me see if I can do this. But yeah, the regular videos that take hours and hours and hours and hours put together, that's the ones I want the thumbs up for, or down, whatever. The live stream, I could care less. If you guys let that dude stay live for just a minute before you zap him, since I am on my phone, I'll completely like full admin block this person. So let it, I know this is contrary to what I've been saying, but when webcams comes back, let it roll for a minute, and I'll do my thing from here. I can't, it's not even moving here. Michael Bear says camping at the field sounds fun. We aren't allowed by the state. What? Is it, I mean, is it government property? That means it's the taxpayers' property then. And we all let them tell us too much. Thanks guys for jumping on that though. But yeah. Bot. Yeah. I still want to annihilate it. I can still block it. All we're doing is timing it out, so. We can camp at our field, says Wild Bill. Yeah, that's what's great about these events, is you can camp at most of them. Especially if you're going to kick off with your buds. You shouldn't be driving. We lease it from the state, but they still tell you what to do. Yeah. That's too bad. Seems like they've all got it twisted a little bit. Renting it from yourself. Ha! RC Plane Addict says he wouldn't dream about camping at his field. They're hunting coyotes at night. No thanks. Yeah, I was under that bridge where I crawl, getting dark the other day, and I mean, it's Indiana, there's nothing crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised to see coyotes, and I mean, deer are no big deal. They'll wallop you though, but and the coyotes, foxes are scared of us unless they're rabid or something. But the occasional bear that pops in, I don't want nothing to do with. Mike Bird, man, the new Bronco is sick, dude. The Axial Bronco is totally sick. And I'm going to wait a little bit longer to talk about it, I think. How long have we been on? This is lying to me. The time. Ken Krause says the show you did at the big gig was a great event. Yeah, that was a good time. JT83, hey RC World, how y'all doing? Mike Bird, yeah, we'll talk about that Bronco in a little bit. Mike Bird, yes, I did. Hour and 26. Thanks, David Snyder. Philip Bender. Oh, I love the early Bronco, Philip Bender. And we'll talk about it in a minute, I think. I'm always afraid to run guys off. I love it. I'm going to keep doing it. I know that I don't get the views I get on planes. I don't care. I mean, this whole thing was just to have fun and share, and then ended up learn how to do YouTube a little bit. So we'll keep it plane centric for another 15 minutes or something, and then blow it up. We can go surface. That way these guys can get it out of their system, airplane dudes, so they don't get sidelined by surface talk, blindsided by it, I mean. Boss says, we have it all. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. All bears, mountain lions, coyotes, they all run from you though. Lawrence says, nobody tells me what to do, but a bear might. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually super pumped about some things I've been trying on that Bronco, but we'll wait a minute. We'll wait a minute. It stinks that I have to look at the phone. Yeah, man, I enjoy that quite a bit. 2 months. I don't know if that's like an announcement or what, but that's pretty cool. Philip Bender's been a member of the channel for 2 months. Thank you very much. All of you members, thank you very much. Look, I know you guys get tired of it. I get tired of it. It's wild, the way things have changed in like RC YouTube. This affiliate stuff was not always around, and then channels start to make a little bit. It's easy to get excited, you know, and I'm excited, but I get it just like you guys, man, where if you don't know the way, if you don't watch a lot of other YouTube, it seems it's off-putting. But like most of bigger channels, not even in RC, I mean just in general, they're all the time doing the ask, you know, the links and the discro, the subscribe, the like it, the everything, and it's hard not to if it helps support the thing. So I am tired of it sometimes, having to talk about that stuff, but you have to, because the minute you stop talking about it, somebody else is gonna, and it needs to be done. It needs to be done, but we're not gonna worry. Let's keep it up. Anybody ever remove the front landing gear on the Carbon Z150? I think I did a long time ago to fix one. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be evident. It's going to be a little easier, I think, in the future when it's painfully obvious that this is more than just a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So it will still go on like it does, but it's going to be an instrument to... It still drives traffic. It's just, where is it going now? Those are the things that are going to change a little bit. Nothing's really going to change for you guys except the knowledge of how the destination has changed. All the partnerships are still in place, but they're just, it's a different kind of level. So anyway, keep on doing what you do, you guys. And man, you members, thank you so much for doing this. For real. Brian Brissett said he had a pop on a Ranger 1800 millimeter. Good price on it. That's a great plane, dude. I had a great time on that. 1800 millimeters, 4S power. Thing was a ball. We did videos of it. I had one of the first ones. Yeah, Tony Spears, you ain't lying. Lee Davidson, what's up? Joe Pellegrino. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Fred Barron in the house, man. Good to see you, dude. I'm reading off my phone because this froze up, so it takes me a little longer to read it. What'd Dad say I missed? Thanks, Pops. Yeah. Yeah, RC tanks and construction vehicles. Not until I'm playing with them. I don't know anything about them. Folks love that stuff. Lee Davidson says he's just shy of 1,800 videos. Man. That's a lot. Man, I keep drinking everything. Coffee, water. I got a soda over here. Roach in the house somewhere. Yeah, airplane questions, guys. Let's go. Because I think when I come back from this commercial break, we're going to start talking surface a little bit. Boss likes tanks and construction equipment. I think it'd be a blast. I just haven't had a chance to play with it yet. I think yet is operative word here. So, yeah. Philip Bender. You know what? That's weird. You know what? I had to log into Google for no good reason to throw the show tonight. And it's like, what? You know, why wouldn't I? They had to verify it was me or something. Why? Nothing's changed. So maybe check your stuff out. Go to your settings and look at your notifications, or go to the channel, my channel, or whatever channel you want to follow, and make sure you're subscribed, and hit that bell and see what it says. Turn on all notifications if you want those. Reckham Roy wants to know how you get the front gear out of the Carbon Z150. Man, it's been a long time. I don't remember. But yeah, definitely. Ken Krause, I'm sure that had nothing to do with you. But thanks, man. Yeah, Dana, I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, they're not sending me these crawlers and bashers and stuff. They sent me the Granite. That was a surprise. It just showed up one day. The Granite Mega. That video is actually doing pretty good. I thought I spoke to the audience it was for, but all of the other Surface stuff is, you know, out of pocket. Unhook the push rod from front servo. Joe Pellegrino, I don't get to half of it. It's crazy. We're in and out. There's been a lot of shows lately, so we're just like half together. There's stuff all over. And inventory's been happening. So the warehouse portion looks, you know, different. Anyone in here doing anything with 3D printing plane stuff? Ask RC Plane Addict. I'm sure there are. Dirty D on Instagram. That guy's awesome. He prints off whole planes. He's designing landing gear, retracts, all kinds of stuff. And there's lots of that. You know, you can follow hashtags too. So you can search, hit the magnifying glass and put 3D printing or airplane 3D printing, RC 3D printing, whatever. If you can hone it down to a certain area, aspect of 3D printing, and you can probably follow a hashtag on it. And then you'll get all kinds of stuff. I don't do any of it. Yeah, man. Honey Check, you talking about doing a Surface channel? Oh, man. The idea of starting a brand new YouTube channel right now is like so never going to happen. I hate to say never, but man, I don't think so. I need to let this one be what it is, Lee Davidson says his B25 video is going super good. On YouTube or Facebook or both. That's cool. Yeah, I saw that selfie stick, man, on the thumbnail. Philip Bender says flight test guys do 3D printed planes. Yeah, man, there's a lot of them out there. There's even some outfits that are selling the plans or the files for that stuff. Or you can buy their kits. It's not for me, but I think it's awesome. I think it's really great for scale bits and things. The Surface scene, all the things that folks like to attach to their crawlers, man, that's wonderful, having access to 3D stuff for that. Lee Davidson, any new planes coming? Yes. All right, I'll be right back, y'all. Okay. Hey, I got my chat back. Cool. Yeah, Francis, that's a good idea. Look at the manual. You can find it online for the Carbon Z Cessna 150 nose gear, and do the reverse to take it out. The install will be in the manual. Yeah, Francis. Let's see. Airvexed, I missed that. Say that again, dude. Just finished adding a fiery booty to my 90mm Viper so I can maiden it tomorrow with my Avanti 80. Love how much they improve the flying experience. Yeah, those lights are pretty cool, especially when you fly at dark. RC Plane Addict, yeah, those guys don't, I mean, they're totally welcome. I interviewed the other Josh once. Memoirs of World War II is what he's doing now. His passion project. It's awesome. Okay. Dude, let me try to get those turkeys. Hold on, hold on. Don't anybody do anything yet. Ah, it's already gone. I want to get them out for real. That ought to do it. They're hid. I can block them later from settings. Yeah, they're hid. It shouldn't show up anymore. Michael Bear says you could use bolt cutters to remove the nose gear. Yeah, Barry, I think I did. Get him, says Fred. Get him. Come on, get out of here with that mess. Anybody know if the afterburners impede airflow enough to make any changes in performance? Dana with the sales. Supply and demand, 8th grade. If you can't keep up, you don't need to do. I mean, everybody wants to save money. I mean, if you're into photography, you can't go to Harbor Freight and get a lens. You know, there's specialized stuff you're gonna pay, especially now, right? It's tough, right? I mean, if you can't keep them on the shelves, you don't need to discount the price. Roach says he hadn't seen any difference. I wonder if anybody's done the numbers though, like thrust tests and stuff like that. I do remember the butane. What's his name? The guy from Winstall, David Winstall, engineered like a real afterburner on a plane one time. I think he burned up a couple on the way to get it done though, but that was pretty cool and something you shouldn't try at home, probably, right? Channel locks. Sometimes that's what it takes. I mean, everybody needs a vice. Moff says if you want sales, Dana, check out the garage sales section on Craigslist. The hoarder clean out. I like the Foul Flyer episode, Addict, says Michael Bear. I remember when their first few videos, man. I was still in Muncie. I had my wife filming me on. It was a channel. It was like her channel. It was just an account, you know. And yeah, she did not want to film, so that didn't last very long. And then here they come with like a production team. It was like, are you kidding me? I was wanting to make videos, and it's like my wife didn't want to film. I didn't have anybody else in Muncie I was flying with other than my dad, and it was not happening. And we didn't have cameras worthy of it really anyway at the time. So. And then, yeah, they come out with like this super well produced content. I'm like, holy smokes, I give up. And I hadn't even, you know, really started. Like I said, my wife wasn't into it, and so I quit doing it. And then I moved here and joined a club and met Captain Mike. Alex Hutchinson, hey man, I'm not trying to be rude, but when I first heard you talk, I thought it was Fred Durst. He'd have more subs than me, probably, if he was talking. As long as I don't sound like Kirsten Dunst, it's cool. Oh, I'm sure you could do. Somebody's just got to do it. Probably somebody has done thrust testing to see what happens to the airflow. Ha! RC plane addict. Fred, thanks, man. Pilot Ryan, RC revenue, right on, and surface stuff. Yeah, yeah. And we'll get into that in a minute. I know, guys. I mean, we're rocking 73. We're talking airplanes. We're talking. Thanks, Alex. We're talking everything. I never stand up for these things, but I thought I would do a little bit of both tonight. I kind of was doing it because I wanted to keep it short, but I think we're 2 hours or so. Yeah, we're approaching 2 hours right now. Fred Barron, thanks again very much. Kinbird says, to do thrust tests, set digital scale on its side, place nose of plane against it, zero it out, and give full throttle. There you go. Do it before and after. Yeah, Stone Cat Productions, Michael Bear. I remember, man, I was paying attention. Next week, it looks like, Enrique, a lot of new product will be coming over to BitGo Hobby. Looks like next week. Should be exciting stuff. It's taken forever to get stuff, so it's about time. Super pumped. Yep, Chad Capper. He went on and did Rotor Riot, and I don't know if he's still doing that now or not. Philip says he has the E-flite 80mm F-16 for 3 weeks now. Still haven't made and worried about grass ops. They seem to handle it okay. How your landing hold up on grass? So I worked it out on grass. I landed like a butterfly with sore feet, as light as I could. I don't think you can. The grass needs to be well manicured, or you're probably eventually going to stuff one hard enough that you start messing up those beautiful gear doors. But if the grass is nice and low and smooth, I think you're fine. But I would worry a little bit about catching the gear doors. Otherwise, land light. King Krause says the show's having an effect on you. You just grilled 2 hamburgers. Ha. Yeah, Snow Valley, I saw that. That thing's bad to the bone. Fred Moff says he just got 2 new vehicles. The 1.6 Losi Super Rock Ray. Nice. I got the Baja Ray. The Rock Ray got independent suspension, like the DB Pro, I think. Or has it got a solid axle on the rear? either way, those things are killer. And then the 1/5 monster 8S Creighton, yeah. I got the 8S Outcast. I would like to try the 8S Creighton. All right, Bobby. We'll talk. Michael Bear says he still loves flight test stuff the most. That's cool. They're doing it, man. They got those sponsored spots where they get to do their own ads and their videos and stuff. I bought the upgraded brushless, upgraded Spectrum servo for the Creighton. That's cool. And they weren't on sale. Yeah, I mean, they run promotions. You can do points, but you know. It's remarkably. It depends where you know what, boss. I watched the video. The Axial YouTube channel put out a video on Operation 11 Charlie. It's the organization that brings veterans together and helps create community and relationships to help combat all of the things that come with serving this country. PTSD and purpose and mission and these things that change when they come back to civilian life. So Operation 11 Charlie, check out that video, guys. And they do a great job at explaining how just getting together with some RCs has been so helpful for those fellas and ladies. So that's a good piece of context, I think, that explains how I feel about it as well. I enjoy being able to do it and really just be thinking of nothing else but where am I putting the wheels. You know, that's why I've been digging that new Bronco, because it's straight axle, it hangs up more, it's harder, you have to be a little better, you have to think a little more. Percy Bikes, man, the Draco's a good time. There's nothing like it. Check out the channel right here. I did a video of the Draco when they announced it for Horizon. Bobby and I worked that video out, got some drone shots, and check out our Draco video. Yeah, there's nothing like it. There is nothing like it out there, man. Nice, Michael Bear. Eddie K loves his. I'm about to put some big old air-filled tires on mine and do another video on it. Honey Chuck says he's burned up 2 ESCs in his 8S Creighton, but it's not stock. Yeah, Honey Chuck, I knew yours wasn't stock. You hopped it up for sure. Operation 11 Charlie is legit. And you know what? They've blown up over the last year or so. They've been in and out of these chats with us before. And I've always tried to throw attention their way, because what they do is... there's a need for that, and whatever it takes to bring those guys together and give them something to do, yeah, I'm all for it. All for it. Ha! Thanks, Fred. Heard RC afterburners have to have enough airflow through outer tubes. Inner one has to survive high temps too. Increased pressure created needs to come out of bigger orifice while afterburning. This must be like talking for real combustion, right? Olson loves the Draco with Big DeBros. That's cool, man. Michael Bear says they are planning a Flight Fest in Missouri next year. Roy says he flew the Draco today. Yeah, Philip. He says, but what people Ryan, but what people realize or don't realize probably, straight axle has lower CG than portal axles. It's a trade-off, whatever you prefer. That's what's cool. You can tune these things to get the kind of behavior you want out of them. I mean, definitely the clearance is nice, and it does raise the CG a little bit, but I mean, it does. It definitely does. The videos will come out. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get them done. I always end up with so much footage when I do crawling stuff, but I put a post out earlier in the week, and I asked you guys if you wanted me to crawl that Bronco stock or go ahead and do what I know I wanted to do to it. And a bunch of you said stock. Some of you said do what you want, but it's cool, I get it. So I ran it stock, and then I've run it with my mods on it, and I'm gonna run it with another mod on it, and try to put it all together. Large helis, yeah. That's a whole nother community in and of itself. I just don't think those guys are coming in here to chat with us. I mean, sometimes, but you're right. I don't see a lot of talk about that, but I haven't seeked it out, and I've really not been interested in them. If I liked them, I'd be doing them. You know what I mean? It's that simple. It's just there's so much other stuff that I want to be playing with. That I haven't got to that yet. I know Roach Coach does some big helis, man. Jet Tech Don, RC, I hope I haven't missed anybody. Got any brass to add on the Bronco? Alright, so we're going to start talking about crawlers a little bit. Let's watch the numbers dip. You guys want to talk about it a little bit? Tim Smith, what's happening? So to quick answer your question, Chucky, Freebird King, got any brass to add on the Bronco? No, not yet, and I'm not sure I'm going to need to, and I'll explain. This is fun. This is fun, and I know some of y'all ain't into it. That's okay. I think so, Philip. Yeah, run it stock first. And I mean, it's just like the airplane thing. I feel like with the surface side, I don't have the same responsibility as I do with the airplanes, because there's just not an audience built around the surface side for me, really. But with the planes, I definitely feel the obligation to fly this stuff the way it comes. And I've just been doing it that way for so long. But the surface stuff, it's different for me. I don't have that same authority or trust built up with an audience where I don't think it matters as much. But I ran it stock. I can't wait to show you the video. It performed way better than I thought it was going to. But yes, it's top heavy and kind of tippy. Not awful, but kind of tippy. So what I did, let's bring it up here, shall we? Let's bring this thing up. Let me make some room. I got 1,000 drinks on the table. RC Plane Addict's out of here, man. We pulling out crawlers. He's like, I'm splitting. Forget this. Alright, making some room. Let's try not to disconnect anything. OG's RC wants to see more videos on the Flash 850. Man, that thing, I got rid of it. That thing scared me to death. It was awesome. Looked like an X-Wing. So I did not add brass, but I added, these are the tires that I was running on my Red Cat that I completely treeled out and then added these bead locks. These are RC 4-wheel drive, 5-lug, like vintage white rims, and then some Wrangler, like Goodyear tires. They've been, and they're just perfect. And I had them on the Red Cat. The Red Cat, like I said, I added a ton of brass to. And I really feel like I made it too heavy. So all the brass down low, and then the tires too. So this truck, being top heavy like this, you think about adding brass down low. But I got tires that when I put them on, give me an extra pound down low. And it was awesome today. And I dropped the shocks. So I put some Desert Lizard 90mm internal spring shocks in here. And it really got along really good. You know, when I'm full up, I'm not into the wheel well. I'm not going to bind. But you can see I can get my thumb in there. I could still get some more up travel and flex in here. I feel like if I go with the axial 90mm shocks that are, you know, the spring coilover business, I think I can get a little bit more up travel. But this thing did awesome today. I was able to do a lot of side hill stuff and some challenging things that on the stock setup I wasn't able to. So this still rides pretty high, as you can see, but stock it's like up here, and it almost looked out of place. So they're just hanging there loose now. But I have documented some of my process on this. And the Desert Lizard shocks come with a multitude of different springs, so you can set it up however you want. And I'm on the default springs. I tried some other springs, and even when I put them on my Red Cat, I ended up on the default springs. And I put 30 weight oil in the Red Cat, and it was awesome. And I wasn't going to put oil in these yet till I knew I was like cool with the springs I chose. But this thing was amazing today. And the tires are vintage. They work. I really added these for the weight. I mean, the stock tires look amazing. You can see it, and it's got the knockoff here. And what's funny is I needed the weight down low here, and I needed to take weight away from the Red Cat. So I completely put, I totally put the tires off this Bronco on the Red Cat. So I lost some serious weight. And this has all the treels. But yeah, these are the Bronco tires, which are fine. They're lightweight. They look really good. They're actually pretty period, you know, time scale for this Red Cat. And I broke the axle at Horizon Fest, but I fixed it last night. And I got all the treel stuff on there. I think it's so heavy. And this has those Desert Lizard shocks as well. I think these are 100 though millimeters, so there's more travel just by its nature. This is a good one. Yeah, the King Racing shocks. I haven't tried them yet, Chucky. Do they come with multiple springs, like the Desert Lizard does? Yeah, Mike Bird, West Desert Wheelers. Yeah, his video was really good. He did the shorter shocks, and I asked him what he used. He said he used the 90mm axial coilovers. So that worked really good for him. One thing I thought you could do if you didn't want to spend any money on shocks, but you wanted to lower it, and I'll show you on the Jeep from Axial, but it may be hard to see. It's probably easier to see on the back. Should I take a tire off? Anyway, let's try not to. So the rod, you know, the links go right here at the axle, and then above it, a 1/2 inch, is where you connect the bottom of the shock. Well, if you use a longer screw, you can connect the shock down here, right in line with, share the same connection point as you do with the rod ends. And that drops it like a 1/2 inch, which somebody look it up. 1/2 inch in millimeters, is it like 12? How many millimeters is that, a 1/2 inch? You use 70 weight in yours. Nice. I asked somebody what they use. They told me 30, and I've just been using it ever since because I have a bunch now of 30 weight. But let me take a wheel off so you really see what I'm saying. Because when I discovered it last night, I was like, dude, this is the best cheap mod you could think of, right? Ultimate hobby stand, man. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, I got some of the Bilstein shocks, and I didn't have a good time with them. My gosh, with this person. I got it. Hold on, dude. Get out of here. Get out. Man, quit messing with the flow. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah. So the I used the Bilstein shocks I got from RC 4-wheel drive, and I didn't have a good time with them. And they only come with, you know, the one spring. And what's neat about Sikkim, what's neat about the Desert Lizards is you've got this piston on the end of the shock shaft, and there's a spring on both sides. One is short and one is longer. 12.7 millimeters. Yeah, so I'm able to drop the 100 millimeter stock shock down to what, 87.3? What's the math? 100 millimeters minus 12. I mean, come on, that's 88.7. So yeah, 87.3. So this is going to be easy to see now. We're up on the Ernst stand, y'all. Bear with me, dudes. I'll zoom in on it too. I know you guys, some of you just don't care at all, but that's what we're doing tonight. I'll do my best here to show. Let's see. Right, so that's the shock mounting right here. But you can put it there. All you have to do is have a longer bolt. I had 3 by 25 millimeters, and it worked to put the stock shocks here, which gives me an 87 millimeter, shock. So it keeps me from buying 90s. But then you're going to have your, your shock end out here, kind of where it could get beat on a little bit. So and one other interesting thing is too, the shocks on the Bronco, they're 100 millimeter, On the Axial Jeep, they're 90, but the fronts on this Bronco are preloaded, and then the rears are not. They're like this. So when I do what I did, I'm able to have this shock. It's really about the same ride height as where it's sitting right now when I put these on down low. But I already have the Desert Lizards. I'm like, let me try it. Yep, I like the Desert Lizards. That's what's on my Red Cat, and I thought it was good. Up and down travel. Yep. And they're easy to get the oil into too. I've been driving the heck out of this thing, y'all. For as short a time as I've had it. Let me see if I can't give you like a panorama. Yeah, look at that bumper. It's beat. Look at the diff. And that straight axle. But yeah, you can see that rod length right there. So if... I'm going to show you. That's a good shot of it too. If I do what I'm proposing, what ends up happening is you're going to have your shock end up in here, even with the same mounting as the, that's a little higher and I can't get it perfect, but it's going to be in line with this right here. See if I can make it, emulate it, about there. If you do that, I don't think it's the end of the world, but it was something I thought about. And I actually am going to put those Axial original shocks back on in that lower location and give it a shot and see if I get a little bit more travel up in the wheel. You guys want to see right now if I get the travel I want? I'll do it right now. You want to see? It's already right here ready to go. Let's just try it. Why not? You cool with that, y'all? Let's try it. I gotta make sure I have the bolts that go in though. Yes. I'm gonna probably have to steal some all kinds of stuff off of here, but I'm curious now. I want to see what I get for up travel when I do the other one. Tim Smith, yeah, I've been using 30 weight oil. Oh, thanks, boss. Yeah, these RC four-wheel drive wheels are awesome, and they put weight down low right where I want it on this truck. It was side hilling some crazy stuff today, and I didn't have to worry about it at all. I definitely ended up upside down in the creek a few times on the stock setup. And, I mean, these trucks can take that, but it's like, the thing is I'm spoiled because I know how good a truck can perform when I feel like it's balanced right. My Red Cat, or I'm sorry, this thing, I haven't had to do a thing to because it's just right out of the box. It's nice and light up top. It's rooted pretty good. It's got the portals. But if you look at where the shocks and the links are on this one, they're on the same position. Now they're hidden a little bit by some of that, the portal work. But they're still out there. They're exposed just like what I'm proposing doing. So I think it's worth a shot. I think it's worth a shot. And I think I'm going to get more up travel that way. So we'll see. We'll see right now, man. Let's see right now. I had to steal some of the spacers and balls to do this. Yeah, I love these wheels with the trucks. And 5 lug seems to be pretty, you know, scale-ish. So I did try this. I got a running video of this. And now, I guess I'm going to go ahead and put these on the way I want. You know, if I'm gonna run the Desert Lizards, I need to put my oil in it anyway. So preload in the front. That's the thing too. If when I put these on way down low, if I think the truck is sitting too low, these are threaded shock bodies, so I can adjust the preload, which is nice. Exactly, Philip. That's exactly right. That is exactly right, my friend. That's right, I gotta pop these in. That's right, I gotta pop these in. Watch it fly across the room. These were definitely easier to get out than they are to get in. The JLU is awesome, Chucky, yeah. Oh, come on, man. I need channel locks. They work straighter. I got them out okay. Total jank. Mudslinger tires on your Red Cat, says Paul. Nice. Come on, man. Mike Bird loves the hat. Thanks, dude. This should not be this hard. But I'm using jank tools. Come on, man. This is why you need a vise laying around. Ah. Yeah, but this table's garbage. And it's gonna move my whole... Yeah, you're right, Chucky. You're absolutely right. The table's not garbage, but it's not strong enough for what I gotta do. I'll be right back, because I'm gonna totally do what you just said. Somewhere else. Ha! Got it. Yes. Because you are totally right. That is the way to go. So now, all you got to do is take out the shorty. The shorty right here. Sometimes I just want to go live and do this stuff, guys. If you want to hang out, I'm down. So you just simply take out the short screw right here. This is the best cheap way to drop this truck without doing a thing. And if you're being frugal, I would say do this before you buy tires or anything else, because this will get the job done and you can try it out. So now you see I'm going to use this mounting here to do it. both on the same mount. And I know this works because I tried it. You know what? We'll do this side and then we'll set it down and see what's taller. That way I can adjust the preload, because I really do think the truck looks super scale today. Thank you guys. Yeah, I need to buy some tools. Some of my tools are, some of that stuff's in Bobby's trailer, actually, my MIP stuff. None of these MIPs fit what I'm doing today. Let's see. And then adding a wing to the crawler? Nah, man, just messing with the shocks on the Bronco. It's that easy, man. It's that easy. So, like I was saying, it's really darn near the same height as it is with the Desert Lizards, but I think I'm gonna get, oh my gosh, way more up travel. Wait, watch this. Holy smokes, the difference is huge. I'm totally gonna run them like this. Ha. So like I said, I tried it with the Desert Lizards, and I wanted to try it with axial shocks in that different location, because why buy 60s if I don't need to? And we're gonna try it out, and I don't feel bad about it, because this is exactly really the same spot they mount them on the JLU Rubicon. There is an extra, oh thanks Earl for the super chat, there is an extra plastic piece to help, you know, frame it in and stiffen it up, but I think I'll take my chances. I tell you what, I watched the super scale crawler competition on YouTube today. I don't know when it's from, but there was a ton of RC four-wheel drive axles. I don't even know if they were RC four-wheel drive rigs or not, but the axles, they were using, what are those, Yodas? What do they call those? They look definitely super legit. I love these hubs that screw in and hide the nut. You know, and you guys who are thinking about getting into crawling, now all the crazy summer weeds and stuff are going to be dying. So, just real quick, I'm into, there's actually more to go. I'm into the wheel well, which is okay. And I have not set the preload at all. This is stock preload on those shocks. There was no preload on the rear and about a 1/4 inch or so on the fronts. And I'm just gonna leave them the way they are right now, and we're gonna do this one up front, and then we'll set the truck down and we'll let you see just which way it's going. And then I think I'll play with the preload to get it to match this ride height, because I really like that. But I love having more travel, and I could limit it a little bit. I mean, I'm like I say, I'm in the wheel well all the way, and then, but look at this. This side that's it. I mean, the down is great, but the up, I can still stick my thumb between the wheel well and the tire. So we're gonna run it again like this. I'm gonna film it, and you guys can see the difference, and you guys can tell me what you think about it too. I think it's pretty cool. If you didn't want to spend any money to drop this down, man, there you go. You may not even need to buy tires. Yeah, Paul McNeil. My Red Cat's what is awesome. I love it. That's where these wheels came from. I like this setup so much though, I would totally almost get another setup like it, identical. So we're going to go ahead and do this shock on the front too. We're hanging out. This is what we're doing tonight. It's cool, actually, because a lot of times I feel like I got to do this stuff all by myself. I don't mind doing it with you guys if you don't mind me doing it. This is a really good way to see the travel difference. They wear out quick, but they look killer. Yeah. Yeah, dude, Mike Bird, I think it's... Nobody's done it that I know of. I asked that guy, West Desert Wheeler, about doing this. And he mentioned that he thought maybe the end caps for the springs would be obstructed. But they're not obstructed because they stay stationary. It's everything in the middle that has to move. And it doesn't seem to bind up or anything when you put them on. I've already done this last night. I just haven't run them this way. So, alright, here we go. You guys kind of can see. You just got to make sure you got a 3mm machine screw that's at least, what I had in here is 25 millimeters long, but it's sticking out the back side about 3mm, so you get by with 22, 23. My gosh, with a stupid spam. How's it keep coming back after I've hit it and everything else? I'm doing the best I can, dudes. I can't get into the... Yeah, that makes sense, Chucky. Some fuel line to limit the travel. Yeah. First time he says he's seen it. I was thinking about it, and then when I started getting into it last night, I was like, man, you can actually do this if you wanted to. It'll let you. I tell you what, though, after watching that super scale stuff, it makes me want to make my... I have a RC four-wheel drive Defender. Pretty top-heavy, pretty short wheelbase. The shocks, I think, are not very good, but it is a neat truck. So the preload one goes in the front. And let me go do my table trick. Awesome. Got it. Now, big old 25mm. Yeah, the hack is back. Some hacker robot, probably. So let's see, I gotta take out this one still. This rod link screw. Yeah, I've had this all... I've done this. I did this last night. I experimented with a bunch of these. I did put slightly bigger tires on mine. Yeah, Chucky, on the RC four-wheel drive Defender. Yep, preload on the front. I try not to wiggle it too much because your rod link doesn't have anything holding it in when you're doing this. So that's why it's always the first one I put on, because I don't want to have to line it up if I can help it. And then Yeah, Fred, I have a ball with these things, man. I put them through it. I really do. It's like planes when they get weathered, you know. They just kind of look better. This is going to be cool, man. We'll set this down on the floor and or the table and show you the difference. Yeah, I love these. I was wanting to do this anyway, so cool, guys. Yeah, the stuff I've been crawling on is wet and sandy. And it's still doing like so good. Okay, so yeah, I mean the travel, I'm totally into the wheel well. And on the Desert Lizards, you definitely bottom out before there's a chance for that. I get my finger in there. And then over here, there's not a lot of room left to go, but there might be 1/8 of an inch more. So, we'll see if we need to mess with a preload. I'm not sure I'm going to need to. Let's put this on the table and see what's up. You know, the funny thing is, you know, how I'm super aware that these don't bottom out on the wheel wells, and I think that's going to be a problem. But it's not a problem on my Red Cat, and it wasn't a problem today. But I just feel like I owe it to myself to try it. So we're just going to put it at rest, and then you can see the lean on it right now. Bear with me. Come on. So I think you can see the lean on this. And then you can definitely see how far down I can get here and how it stops there. And then let's look at it this way. That's, you know, the stock 100 millimeters back on, and I'm able to have it sitting lower than the Desert Lizard set in their 90s. So it's not going to be a problem to do a little preload on here. Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? Fred Barron switched accounts to Cadillac Cadillac STS V06. That's Fred's Surface channel, guys. So, okay, let's play with the preload. Shoot. definitely have some to go. So if it's seven. I about nailed it. This one's at 12, 13, 14, 15. This one's at 7 more. So let's go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It really should be about twice as much on the front as it is in the back. I would love to get a driver figure for this. That's rarely going to be down that much. That's what's up. I like it. That's so I got the same ride height out of it as the Desert Lizards. Cool. I'll leave the camera down close on it for. Let's do it to the other side. Why not? Yeah, I would love to get a driver figure. Boy, we're down to 26. Dudes do not care about this. That's okay. Fred says he ordered a 1/6 scale figure, Sergeant Horvath, for the FMS Jeep. Nice. So if you watch Scale Builders Guild, so they call this a 1/10 scale crawler, but the body is more like 1 7.5, 1 to 7.5. So I need a driver that's 1/7 or 1/8, really, if I want to be really nerd out about it. Yep, we're going to try it this way. Stick a soda can under each front wheel and you'll see a big difference. Alrighty. Francis is lurking, he says. That's not that bad to pop in. Get a lady driver. Man, I don't even care if I have to get like a Star Wars dude. Get Han Solo or something. Yep, that'll happen, Philip. That's why I waited till the end. Tim Smith, yes. Get a rat driver. Preload on the front. Uh-oh, lost video. Oh no. Man, I'm grooving now. Is it back? Ren Sport Racer. Vid is fine, says Tim Smith. Thank you, man. Awesome. If your eyes are good, you can count threads. If you're really smart, you'll just measure. You know, you'll just measure if you're really slick. Looks good to me. It's right there. Nailed it. Ha! Old rims with moon caps. That would be pretty sweet. I've got some... I've been collecting like vintage rims. My old Red Cat that I steal parts off of has a real neat set of tires on it. But I'm kind of saving them. We got one more to do after this, that's it. These caps just kill me, right? I mean, isn't that cool? Man, this is... I'm anxious to see what this is like. One more, and it's done, y'all. Boss still has a bunch of steel rims. About like watching somebody trim cow hooves. We could be watching bugs get zapped. You pick it. Yep. I wanted to try this. I tell you, my video on this thing's gonna be comprehensive. Maybe these desert lizards will work on my you know what I'm thinking. My RC four-wheel drive Defender. Or concrete dry. This is a little better than that, isn't it, dudes? Lock your diffs. Okay. Boss built several scale crawlers back in the day. Nice. Pops right in. Nice. And I always do this rod link first so I don't have to recombobulate it. We'll give it a shot, man. Oh, there's a bunch of give in these tires. It's great. Let's see. Match up the preload. Bottom of that. Looks good to me, man. Done deal. Man, what time's it getting to be, dudes? 12. Holy smokes. Recombobulation. I like it. I did like the ride height of those desert lizards, but I knew I was limiting the travel like twice because I shrunk them down, and because just the nature of those internal spring situations. You want to see what I'm talking about on the internal spring stuff? I'll show you. Dude, I tell you, I love the idea of those internal springs, but there's these coilovers are about perfect. So, like I said, these I want you to be able to see what I'm talking about. These desert lizards come with all kinds of springs and stuff. Comes with a little wrench too. And I don't have any oil in these yet, so this is no big deal. So there's going to be one spring that you see right here on the other side of the piston. Like droop, and then there's a bigger one inside. And you can adjust these out. And then you put your oil obviously in there. So you can put, and if you want, you can take this off and forego this little one and just put in a long spring and not have any droop at all. And it comes with those springs to do that. So that was something I was thinking about trying, but for now I'm gonna do this. I think everything I do just keeps making this truck that much better. I've got a mess now, but okay, hang on. Let's hope we don't lose it over this. My gosh, I should drink more water during the live stream, huh? Ha! We did it! That was awesome. So, give me a second. I'll be right back. I'd rather play in the dirt than the grease. So this, like I said, performed awesome today. It's gonna do even better now. I think if somebody's wanting to be cheap and they wanna make this thing less tippy, that's the first cheap thing to do, is just move those shocks down there like that, play with the preload a little bit. So the preload that's on the front's about 1/4 inch. Almost double it, and then give yourself about 1/4 inch on the rears, and you'll be looking pretty good. Still lifted, but not like crazy, right? So I don't want to have to make 12 videos on this one truck, but I'm kind of thinking, do I need to put the stock wheels on? So I see really if that's all you need, because I know it's dynamite with this extra pound down here. Dollar Bill Clinton in the house. Fred Barron's back. TMI, what I miss. Holy, oh, Marshall, of course. This thing looks so cool, bro. Joseph Ferrara, thanks, man.
Phillips talking to Brian Brissett, started putting RC four-wheel drive internal spring shock absorbers on Draco, but they mount different. Needs a little fab. I'm all the time borrowing parts off of whatever I'm taking off. Actually look like I could use a little more preload on the front. Or less on the back. A little less on the back. I don't know, more on the front. What do you think? More on the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. There's so many like molded in parts there by that Panhard bar and everything that you can really size up, eyeball those preload collars pretty easy. Oh, dude, love it. Leave the wheels, make it easy on yourself. No problem. I can do that. Jeebs, what up, man? My gosh, it's been 3 hours or something. What now? Brian Brissett asks if the fake King shocks on Draco break. Well, if you're hard enough on them, they will. It's definitely a worthy mod to do. I mean, it's so... Those gear are totally cool. That's what makes that plane, I feel like. Yeah, guys, you want to make your Bronco not tip over if you're going to be challenging? There's your free mod right there, man. Drop them shocks just like they do on the Jeep. Yeah, Fred, I think so too. And if you start looking at the stock stance, you know, you'll see it's almost, it's just too tall. And I've got so much more up travel now, which is pretty cool. I might be able to drop the back just a hair, but... And really, if somebody wanted to be really nerdy too about the approach angle, you could do just a tiny bit of shaving on the corner of the body right there and tuck that bumper in. You might have to drill your own holes, but you could get that bumper in a little closer. The one thing the Jeep has is the bumper, it's short, so you're not gonna on the corners be catching on stuff. Get out of town. Sick. Too much fun. Don't knock it till you try it. Put a battery in that Bronco and cruise it. Man, I've been cruising this thing. I ran the battery out today on it. That takes a while to do. I ran it at home on the rock stuff, and then I ran it at the under the bridge. Thicker oil back down on the preload. Yeah, that'd do it. I think I'm gonna be pretty happy with this. It's stock oil and everything on these. These are the axial. These are the shocks it came with. I mean, you want to drop it so it looks scale, but you don't want to be too low because you don't want to hurt your approach angle. Awesome. All right, 3 hour tour. 3 hour tour. I'm charging my phone up off of a smart charger. Charging a phone, dog. Bronco looks sweet. I gotta hit the hay if I want to get up fly in the AM, man. You better turn in then, dude. We're about out of here. Thanks for coming by, Philip. Eddie K, thanks for coming over. Good to have everybody here. Dude, I'm so pumped about this. I can't quit messing though. I can't quit messing. Perfect. And you still got plenty of down travel there, you know? Okay. Yeah, so when I weighed each tire, these tires are like 250 grams a piece, and the stock tires are like 125 or something. It boiled up. It boiled into 17.9 ounces difference that I was adding to the truck. Ken Bird, thank you very much, man. He says, thanks for another great show. Everybody have a terrific week. Fair weather. Nice. Jeeves got to fly with all his buddies today. Fantastic. Fantastic. About 5 minutes, guys. Any last minute things? Anything you want to ask? Lay it on me. If you like any of these toys, you know what to do. It's going to happen, Michael Sherman. Absolutely. That's the only thing I'm missing on that truck. And I do kind of want to dial that one in. But I just know if I add a bunch of stuff to it, I'm going to have to do something down low. But I think, you know, I've learned by experimenting. I added so much weight to that Red Cat that I think the first place I'm going to start is with tires. You know, but I'd rather spend money on vintage tires to make something old look cool. I never know what to do with tires on something that's newish, right? So like, you know, that JLU from Axial and the Traxxas Bronco, I don't know what to do for tires on those because they're newer. Sweet, Chucky, I'll check it out. Those things were dominating at the Horizon Fest. That and, man, a lot of guys had that kind of open wheel Team Associated, that Element yellow truck. And they had them super low center of gravity, dropped like a bunch. And, man, they were getting it. And that's a very affordable machine. The one thing I don't like is they got the open wheel. I like it when the wheel wells are closed up. And those are pretty open. Super Swampers, yeah. I think that's what's on the Red Cats, isn't it? Those are good tires. I don't really like the rims. Where did we look at where they had all the super awesome scale tires? I think it was RC 4-wheel drive, Air Marshal. And, dude, Horizon Hobby, go to the search bar and type in RC 4-wheel drive. There's like 1,200 SKUs. They carry that stuff. So you can support your friends and get points on that stuff. For real, Air Marshal. Yeah, the Proline Hyrax, that's what I have on my JLU right now. They didn't do anything to the weight, but they are a slightly bigger tire, and those tires perform super well. I actually just wish I bought them, though, to mount up to some beadlocks now. I'm kind of a sucker for these real metal rims. Groundhogs from RC 4-wheel drive retro. Yeah, A-Main does have killer stuff, and I do have an affiliate with A-Main as well. So if there's, that's where I get my Desert Lizard shocks and stuff like that. Traxxas. If I'm going to get Traxxas online, I'm going through. You know, I go to pilotridemedia.com and I click A-Main and I go get what I need. Groundhogs. Man, I want to check that out right now, dude. Man, we're still hanging out, 26 of us or so. Yeah, Michael Sherman, I'll check that out. Give me a moment. What are they called? Groundhogs. RC 4-wheel drive Groundhogs tires. Oh yeah. Those are new, aren't they? I thought those were a new one. Those look all right. I love these Wranglers and Mickey Thompsons and I put some cool tires on my more scale on the RC 4-wheel drive Defender. Adam Selikowski in the house. What's up, man? Let me look at y'all's pics you sent me real quick. Those have been around for years? Okay. Maybe it's just they just came back in stock somewhere. Nathan Long been night flying. Yeah, you got some real beadlocks on there, Sherman. Yeah, those Hyrax tires are sick. I try my best to get them. There you go, Chucky. Flex up in here. I like that. That looks good. What tires are those, Chucky? Those look good. Oh man, you got it dialed, bro. Did you throw brass down low to offset all that cool stuff up top? Every screw has to be installed. Yeah, Michael Sherman. That is a lot of doing, bro. But those look killer. Was it... I know I have Goodyear Wrangler right here on the Bronco, which is what was on the Red Cat Air Marshal. I can't remember what I got for the... No brass. Okay. I can't remember what I got on the... Defender. But I actually probably have pictures of it. So let me see. Pitbull Blood Axe. Yeah, that Defender, man. I tell you, I kind of want to Traxxas one. Yeah, Marshall. I put on BF Goodrich Mud Terrain TA, it says. So here's the tires that I put on the... RC four-wheel drive. You're thinking of the other Red Cat. So those are the tires that I put on. See, they're scale, right? They got all the riding and everything, looks super scale. And these are the tires that came off of it. Not bad, but definitely not as good as. Definitely not as good as those. Now here's the other tires you're talking about, Marshall. And they're Wranglers, and they're more of a vintage kind of tread that I was getting. And you see those rims too. That's the Wranglers that I have on the other Red Cat that is just for parts right now. It looks a lot like the RC four-wheel drive tires, except they're bigger. They're bigger. Yep, on the old steel wheels. Yep. I was thinking about those Trials though that you have. Yeah, she did a great job on her Defender, Chucky. Those Trials that you put on your Red Cat, Marshall, I think might be a good rim for my Traxxas Bronco. They're modern enough, and if I ever add any brass to it, it'll match. Not to mention that truck is yellow, orange, all that stuff's gonna look really good. Meat Servo says, nice, building a trail finder too, love it. .3S is wicked on that Camaro. You know, I haven't driven mine near as much as Bobby's driven his. It's wicked on 2S, and I'm not sure I've done 3S yet, but we raced up and down the runway, I think, somewhere one time, but we haven't set up on the timer. Yeah, leaf springs, that sounds cool, dude. A pound of weight's not bad if you're gonna deck up the top. That's how I feel about it. But I'm not too worried about the 2021 Bronco. The only thing I'm worried about is, man, when I was watching everybody with the Traxxas Defenders at the show, they were all tail heavy, top heavy. These tires though, I mean, the foams are just right. I'm sitting here with this bulge on the tires, you know, from the weight. Selikowski, what do you think? Oh, one of those drag cars, yeah. I'd like to put up one of those Losies up against the Traxxas drag slash truck and see who wins, you know. I'm kind of a sucker for that brass though, Dave. That's why I like that Trial stuff. I've about worn the black paint off of my Trial stuff on that Red Cat, but I'm actually super anxious to try out the Red Cat now with super lightweight tires on it, because I took the tires off of here and put them on the Red Cat because that truck was just stupid heavy. I think it'll be just right. I thought that truck got fat. Yeah. I tucked my bumpers in too on the Gen 8, so I've got a little bit better approach angle. Yeah, I hear you, Michael Sherman.
It's hard for me not to want to crawl everything though. I don't care how scale it looks. I want to crawl it over stuff. And I'm starting to know what I like, where I'm like, I tell you what spoiled me is the Jeep. The Axial, if you could only buy one and you don't want to have to mess with it, dude, the Axial SCX 10.3 Jeep JLU Rubicon is killer. And you won't have to do anything to it, and it gets over almost everything. It's just so well proportioned, weight and all, everything, right out of the box. John VH, what's happening? Plus the Valenian system is nasty. Nasty in a good way? Or a bad way? Man, John, you used to have a real one. I'd love to have. I like the style of trucks a lot. In real life, too. Man, so 12:22. I'm saying 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Air Marshal says on his Gen 8, his Gen 8's a beast now with the winch and all the other bits. The winch really destroys the approach angle, so I moved the front axle as far forward as I could get it. Yeah, man, I get it. That's why I took off the fake winch off of that Traxxas Bronco 2021, because I want to crawl stuff, and it does not help at all. That's why I think a little tiny bit of work and I could move this one in. This bumper. There's probably a ½ inch before the bull bar is even thinking about touching the grill. In a good way. Alright. Cool. 4Runner body or the Mojave? Can't decide. That's a tough one. The truck stuff is growing on me, dude. Watching those RC 4-wheel drive like trucks, like Toyotas, makes me want to get one. Nice Jeeps. Yeah, but nobody's had anything as sweet as a Ford Freestyle, though. Come on now. Oh, my word. But it will still crawl like a champ. I think the Red Cats are fantastic, especially once you control the throttle. And all the stuff I've been getting in and out of, trouble-wise, I'm only 2S, and I'm managing to work it out. I think 3S, it's great. You get the power, the wheel speed. But I also feel like I'm more inclined to break stuff if it's got that kind of power. I've been happy with 2S. Chucky, yeah, man, thanks for coming by. I'm glad you enjoyed it. See you next time. It was nice to meet you in Muncie, man. That's right, John. That's right. You know, I had the kids driving this one stock the first day. I let everybody have a turn on it. At the house, and my wife too. I think my daughters like it because of the color of it. They just like it because they like their dad, though, mostly. But yeah, I'm so pumped to have dropped this down and put some heavier tires on it. This thing is locked. I agree with you, Air Marshal. I mean, I get forever run times on 2S. I mean, forever. Speaking of forever, it made me think of Sandlot, which made me think of my kid, and he's playing soccer now. He got 2 goals today and a couple assists. That's fun. Let's see, how we doing on time, man? 4 minutes more. 5 minutes more. Let me stay in your arms. Air Marshal, dang, dude. What you said was so nasty, you better go get a VD test when you're done with this stream, boy. Very differential. Very differential, that's what we mean. This is family friendly now. Come on. Come on, baby, come on. I'm about to put a level on this thing, man. Set that preload right. Guys, it's been great. Thanks so much. I'm excited for all the things that are happening around in the scene here. And, man, it's all going to be all right. Super exciting. It's not even real yet. Every day, yeah, I'm still doing the regular old thing right now, so it's very hard to wrap my head around how awesome stuff is going to be. It's a ton of hard work, and that's fine. I work hard anyway, so it's going to be really great to be working hard for ourselves. Ha! You're welcome, Earl. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming by. Do you ever do crawlers, Earl? Or are you just basher guy? And you do more than just that. I mean, I feel like you're well versed. You're doing fast stuff. You're doing basher stuff. I'd imagine you crawl too. Brian Brissett in the house. Everybody for coming, thank you so much. Members of the channel, special thanks, man. Appreciate it. You guys who do, consider us influencers when you go shopping are really wonderful. Thanks for doing that for everybody, myself included. Navy guys are unique, yeah. Number one, right, Dave? All right. That's cool. I made everybody hold off because I knew I was going to lose them once we started doing this, and we definitely did. But, well worth it. Now I got my next little job done on here, ready to go. Back out on the trail. This will be the third time of video capturing the run on this truck. Stock, mod, and then stock, and then completely different shocks. So... but won't crawl a pebble now that I adjusted it. Okay, Marshall, I'll tell him. Meet Servo, thanks a lot. Earl, Air Marshal, Brian Brissett, John VH, Jeebs, whoever's left in the room, let me see you. Shout out Fred, Meet Servo, Adam Selikowski. Oh man, let's see, Michael Sherman, Chucky, he's out of here. All right. Keith Christie, you're a boss, man. He's only airplanes, but he's still here. I appreciate that, man. That's cool. Thank you, Fred. Richard Webb. Nice. 2 more planes for Richard Webb. Thank you, Michael Sherman. Jeebs, Brissett, John, Chucky, Peace, Tim Smith. Yeah, I know, man, it's so late now, though. It's like, all right. I hate to do it, but it's that time. It's been a 3-hour tour, easy. Hangar 51, Kenny, holding it down. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, 3.5 hours. That's probably good. Goodness. We're gonna roll in 5. Hangar Rats forever. I gotta wash my hands. 3 you later. You're too good to be forgotten. Number 1, Marshall. Nope. See you later. Ha!
DMG, see you later, man. Thanks for coming. See me on social all week, y'all. Mike Kennedy, see you later. We'll talk later.